What's up, guys? Mikey in the building. Gonna do a quick recap on SVFD. Didn't really trade a lot of other things. Traded a CYN. Took a small little cut on that one. Um, that thing was just insane on that one. So again, I like to really stick to the things that I keep seeing and noticing on the book, rather than trying to fight things or really try to put myself in a position where it just gets really kind of crazy, right? When you're day trading and when you're trading small caps, the best thing you want to do is mitigate your risk to stay in the game, right? Super, super important. Um, I'll break this down real quick. CVSD, I thought this was a great pullback opportunity right here. When this thing pulled back, I saw some sellers get absorbed down here, and then this nice bidder against 320 that held, and you kind of see the appetite on the best bid just kind of go away, right? Sellers are really not in control. A couple key characteristics on the book on this one. I like these W patterns really. Um, all this empty space, tons of empty space. There's really not a lot of offers trying to hold this down, and this was a very, very fresh move out of this one. So this is a pop. I guess this is a sideways flag, or a flag. It's flagging, right? So that's always cool. Me and some flags. Like me some flags, but just totally trade them different nowadays. I like to soak. All right. Really nice pullback right here to a previous pivot. Again, another area where you can see some selling coming in, and then sellers get absorbed. Right. This is really not that many shares, relatively. So this little bid, little spoof bid right here, caught this one, and again, these bidders did not let up on this. And then what you're starting to see is as price action starts to increase, you start to see some spoof bids on the book, helping price action, right? Why do you think it's a good idea to notice these or kind of really see what it does to price action, right? Bid step up. Oh, their support potentially has retail to continue to buy, right? If you're late to the game and you're looking at level 2 and you're like, oh, look, bid support, and then they pull, you kind of really see what's going on in depth on the book, which is a beautiful thing, right? Another great pullback right here. Definitely see some sellers get absorbed right here. Again, 5,000 shares, not too crazy. Previous pivot, which is great. This thing did make highs, right? Made new highs to $5. This was phenomenal. Okay, on the book, you're gonna see things pull back. When they're pulling back, sellers are getting absorbed again on this one. Right here, this is a great spot right here. Kind of want to mark this one out again, right? It's a great little spot right here. Sellers get absorbed. Then there's no more follow through. All right, no more follow through, and guess what's going on again right here? Nice W pattern. A lot of empty space, right? Empty space. Okay. Um, they got to generate a market, right? What do I mean by that? Generate a market by, you know, this thing is fading right now as I speak, right? They're going to generate a market to attract buyers, right? To see what actually is going to go on, okay? This thing did a great pullback, and you kind of see the controlled walk down that they're doing right here, okay? $5 really never left the building. When this thing opened up and had tons of bids on the book. There's support, okay? You kind of see it right here. There's a bunch of support on the book, right? Once this thing started to really run, you see a book flip right here, okay? You see some offers on the book. As soon as they crack through it, instantly bidders pop up, all right? So a little sweet algo thing right there going on. This thing pulls back. This is a great absorption, okay? Really great absorption right here, okay? And then again, some sellers get exhausted, and this thing pulls back to a previous pivots areas right here, and then goes straight into a halt. All right, this is what a halt looks like, guys, on the book. Just so you're aware, when you see this, you're like, hey, what's going on? That's what a halt looks like. Okay, super super cool. Right, very important. Right, you're gonna see the book kind of shift. Okay, the whole entire book does a flip where you see some buyers try to step up right here. This is a great example. Again, I've really been focusing on absorption, whether it's sellers at the bottom for me to go long, or to kind of know when, hey, maybe this thing's not going to run anymore. Time to take some profits. Time to step away. Time probably to leave it alone, right? Um, just like we saw a lot of empty space on the way down. Again, you see this swipe right here. A lot of empty space. But here goes some absorption right here. These are buyers getting absorbed and then no more follow through. Okay. No more follow through up here. They're removing liquidity on the book, but there's no more bidders pushing this up. So if you actually look at something like this, and you're trying to figure out if backside's coming in, it's very important to again zoom out and see when things are actually breaking out, and then doing book flips. Okay, it's a lot different when you see things like this start to happen, and then you go over here and you see the backside of a move or a potential backside of the move. I thought these are great traps, right? You see a lot of buyers come in here, swipe liquidity off the book, and there's no bid support or no follow through on this. Hey, granted, this is a good 50-cent, 40-cent move, and you scalp along the way, depending what kind of trader you are. After that, there's some buyer exhaustion up here, and things start to pull in, right? Let me zoom out again. All right, another great example. I know I highlighted this one to let you know. This is what my focus is again. Trying to see when buyers get exhausted and then it's time to bail, and then really start paying attention to backside plays and the support behind it, right? Not a lot of support on this, okay? Remember, structure, 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 right? Be weary as a long. When you see kind of bounces come in and things are trying to make new highs, the lower high structures, all right? These are nothing but just lower highs, lower highs. Here, this is your first one, okay? So, yeah, highlight this one real quick. This is your first one, okay? Your second one over here, all right? And your third one. Oh, okay, cool. On the book right here, if you take this off, you'll be able to sit here and do a whole bunch of triangles all day, okay? Instead of going back and forth, right? Another little example, let me just show you real quick. Go to your drawing tool and unclick the single figure mode. Super cool. All right, and that way you can click edit mode, and then not see when this is like this, you're in edit mode now. Okay, so you'll be able to just do whatever on it. Okay, again and again, and then you want to unclick that so you're not like me clicking all over it. Oh man, good stuff. None. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got today. Real quick, CYN, why not? CYN, this one was the headache one, all right? They had a lot of dilution, open shelves, things like that on the dilution tracker. But what's really important to see on a name like this, and I've seen it multiple times, is that there's so much aggressive market buying right here. No follow through. It's so tight, right? There's just tons of orders going through. If you can actually see these bubbles and the size as they are, it's just big size, like 50K going through, 13,000, 28,000, 20,000, 160K right there. Of course, a bunch of buying and selling, but a lot of these were market slaps, maybe a potential retail trying to buy breakouts, slapping some big size. All right, this thing was very controlled too. On this book, the reason why I don't really like these is too much is because they didn't really have any bid follow through on this at all. There's a lot of hitting buying and a lot of hitting selling. Looked like someone was holding this up just to accumulate, and then finally dump. All right, this thing made one more final attempt right here, but still had no bid follow through. Nice little head and shoulders right there, huh? That's cool. So I kind of stood away from this one rather than seeing a lot of my other videos where I really like sticking to the script, like sticking to my playbook. I tried it. It was very whippy. Sell some, hold some, and then boom, get knifed on. So very a small loss rate. The best thing about it for me is that the book helps me minimize my losses, because what I don't see, what I like to see over and over again, I simply just stop out. All right. Very important to be disciplined and mitigate your risk as a day trader or as someone who's playing momentum or scalping throughout the day, right? And then I kind of just leave it alone. Like, yeah, this thing ripped up a little bit, but I left it alone personally. That's just me. I stick to what works rather than getting I don't want to get caught. I think the biggest thing too is you know yeah, lucky, right? And when I say that is like, oh, I could have bought the dip and it ripped 10 cents, 12 cents, cool. But then after that, it's not going to work on the next name, right? So I really stick to what works for me. And then, yeah, that's all I got, guys. All right, much love. Peace out, Mikey.